one that's got the racks and a bag. It's 75 quid.
Bloody hell.
And if you want it in titanium, it's about 120 quid, I think.
Right, and we are live. Welcome everybody to this week's MTFU Tuesdays. At the minute, there's not really much of a topic.
Yeah.
Just the usual bollocks, really.
We're talking about push boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the titanium's 123 quid.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
If anyone in the side chat actually wants on, just let me know and I'll send the link out to you. Put it on one of your Google videos or something like that.
Yeah.
We've got a competition to announce as well today, which I'll do later.
Yep.
Someone remind us.
Okay.
So, what's everyone been up to?
I went on a bushcraft practitioner's course. That was fun. Which is for teaching bushcraft to people, which was good. Did a bit of shelter building, stayed in the shelter for the 2 nights. Did some tree ID, made some cordage from lime bark. What else did we use?
Sorry, did you say dysentery ID?
Dysentery ID, yeah. We was looking at puddles of diarrhea. Did some tree ID. What else do we make cordage out of? Oh, reed mace. The reed mace leaves. I've not seen that used before, but actually works really well. Because they're really soft and squashy kind of fibres.
Yeah, no, I have heard about it. I've never seen it done.
Yeah, you got to pick them and then leave them for a couple of weeks to dry out.
Yeah.
And then just sort of peel the bits out of it. And did loads and loads of friction firelighting. Absolute nightmare.
Bow or hand?
I had one go at the hand drill and got smoke, and then just gave up because I was like, it would tear my hands to bits. But I know it's possible. You know, that's the thing though. Cause with the hand drill, you're going to tear your hands to bits.
Yes, no.
Yeah, I collected some elder. I've got some ivy for the hearth. I've collected some elder and I've dried it out for a good, must be nearly a month now. And I keep trying to practice with it because at the show last year I did one of Dave Watson.
Yeah.
I did one of his, and first go, just like 5 times in a row straight away, got an ember, not a problem.
Yeah.
And with this one I've collected myself, I've been trying for fucking months, and it's just smoke, 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 and that's it.
What are you using as a half?
Ivy.
Ivy.
Yeah.
Try using clematis.
Well, yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of some. I keep eyeing up all neighbours' gardens, but I've not found any yet.
Yeah, that's.
But I know with this set it's possible because I made the unfortunate mistake of taking it with me to West Yorkshire Bushcraft meet,
Right.
and Mick had a go and straight away did 2 embers from it, bastard. So I took it home and I've still not managed. So it's obviously just technique.
Yeah, there's a way I saw. There's a really terrible remake of Point Break, and I saw he had a piece of string over the top of the spindle, and
thumb loops.
around
Yes.
each thumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried that. That does make things a lot easier.
Because you need the downward pressure to get the friction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be worth giving that a go. Just a thought. It's still friction fireline and it's still hard.
Oh yeah, I'll give that a go.
Yeah.
I did that with one of ones at the when I was doing Dave's, but I did find with his set, which was Eldron Clematis, I did find it easier without. But given how much I've been struggling with this on the Ivy, I might try that one again.
I think it's just finding clematis, because I know I've never found any near me.
It takes a bloody long time to grow, doesn't it, that stuff?
Yeah, it's normally on someone's house and they don't really like you going onto the house and ripping bits off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a big lump of ivy in my back garden that I've got to break down the weekend and make some half boards out of it. Because we got to take for this practitioner's course. I've actually got an exam to do next month on the 20th, where you got to do friction fire boat and you got to make it look effortless. Yeah, it's going to be a mission. I think my internet's going to drop out.
Again.
Yeah. So my TV's just saying buffering at the moment, which is playing up. Anyway, we'll carry on.
Ferg says use the spindle of a teasel for a handrail.
Yeah, I've seen teasel and I'm trying to think what the fuck the other thing was. But I thought teasel was quite sort of flimsy and a bit soft.
I don't know what teasel is.
I think you've got to. I think
It's like a massive thistle.
Yeah, I had the trouble with when I was trying cattail. Just kept breaking on us, but then I think
Cattail, that's the other one. Yeah, I can't imagine how it doesn't snap.
You've got to get it when it's green and dry it that way. You can't just go. You know how you normally see the dead stalks. Them ones don't work because they've soaked up all the water once they're dried out, so they don't really work.
Yeah, right.
Right. So cut it green and
to.
season it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the elder as well, you don't want too much pith in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's the other thing I've been struggling with. I mean, I've got.
It's finding one with sort of fairly thick outside wood and a fairly thin layer of pith.
Yeah. I mean, I've got fucking branches and branches of the stuff, but like you say, it's just trying to find one that's got a decent thickness wall.
Yeah.
I think wasn't it Craig Fordham who said on one of Kev's chats that the best things to find to start off with the willow pea sticks.
Yeah, willow would do it.
I'm sure he said that in one of his things. You know, the willow pea sticks that you buy from like B&Q and stuff.
Oh, like for gardening and what have you.
Yeah.
Or bamboo.
I'm sure it was on one of Kev's chats, not a while back, when it was. He said that's probably one of the easiest things to get because they're already straight, they're already dry.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I think it's just until you get yourself into a comfortable position so you know you can do it.
Yeah.
Continuously with one set, then you can start experimenting.
Yeah, once you've completely desensitised your hands.
It's muscle memory as well, isn't it? I think once you've got the technique down, it's just practice after that.
Yeah.
And one thing I have done is because obviously, like you say, trying to find a long straight piece, even with holders, a bit of a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
I've actually used an old wooden arrow shaft. I smashed an arrow and just used that and put a plug on the end.
Yeah, that do.
Well, that seems to work.
Do you wet your hands at all?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that helps. Helps you get some grip, but then don't wet them too much because you drip straight in the ember.
Yeah.
I nearly did that. I kind of wet my hands in a bowl and then nearly flicked it all over the ember. And I thought, no, don't want to do that. It's easy done.
Oh, it's next thing on my list is handrail. That's what I'm trying to crack at the moment.
Yeah, I keep going, I keep trying, but it just doesn't get us very far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's just good to keep going back to it and give it a go, and then fuck up your hands, and then say right now I'll leave it for a month whilst I mend.
Yeah.
Then you forget and your hands get soft, and then you do it again.
Yeah.
Or soak your hands in vinegar and alcohol or something like that to toughen them up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That will do it.
The things we do.
Yeah. But then there's loads of different methods of friction fire. It's not just those two, is it? There's like the snow plough, the fire plough.
Fire plough, yeah. Bamboo usually do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the half board as well. You can do it with two. I just realised I haven't got my camera on.
Oh yeah, neither have I. Hey, hello.
You can do it with two boards together, and then you put your spindle on that part, and the ember falls through into the bottom where you got two halves. I've seen it done like that. You kind of tie them together or something.
Yeah, I was looking at that because it's meant to be like bamboo sort of stuff, isn't it?
Mm.
I was thinking maybe it might work with Japanese knotweed. Because that's a similar sort of thing.
It's really pithy. It's not a very hard thing. That
Saying that, if you're cutting it in half, can you scrape all the pith out and then season it? If you cut it green.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could do something similar with elder. You split it straight down middle, scrape all the pith out, and then season it.
I think it's just a matter of testing everything, really, isn't it?
Yeah, just have a fuck about and see what's what.
Yeah.
See what
Actually,
kills your
no,
hand first.
it wouldn't work with elder. Because my dad said you should never take the pith out your elders.
Hey,
Hey!
that was not bad for a Tuesday.
Oh, hey.
That's far too quick for me. Far too quick for me.
That's right, it wasn't one of mine.
Yeah, you can say that now.
Yeah.
Here you go. I've got. This is all my various bits of elder. So that's the one that did.
Yeah.
You can see that. So I've just put a plug on the end of an arrow shaft, and that's that's probably works best so far.
Right.
That's a really nifty idea. I think I've seen a lot of people do that.
And that's the piece I'm using at the moment, but I think that one's too pithy.
Yeah. So is it just the sticks you got too lumpy, or?
Well, yeah, just trying to find a straight one's a pain in the arse. I mean, this one I've not done too bad with. I've straightened that over a fire whilst it was still green, and I've tried to season it. I've lashed it to a what do they call it, a clothes prop.
I was going to say straighten it over a fire because you can like heat it up and bend it with your teeth and.
Yeah, I mean, I did that when I fresh cut it, and then like I said, I lashed it to a clothes prop, just so it didn't sort of take its original shape back whilst it was seasoning. So it seems to have kept its shape all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what other half boards do you use? 'Cause I've got some.
I've only ever used ivy.
Yeah, I've got some seasoned lime at the moment, which is supposed to be the bollocks. So that's what I was having success with at the weekend. And the guy gave me a couple of bits. But I'm going to try the ivy as well. Then clematis as well. And then a lot of people say willow. But willow with willow.
Right.
A lot of people say, use the same wood.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to do that with bow drill because
it
just seems to work a lot easier.
Yeah.
The first one I ever did was sycamore, and it was dead easy.
Yeah. But then hazel's quite easy because you get a decent straight shaft, don't you? So. Yeah. I've never had a trouble with hazel myself. But I suppose you get one wood that's harder than the other, it's just going to drill through it, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing with bow drill I had a problem with was the bearing block.
Yeah. Burning through.
Just not being able to get a decent handhold on it.
Right. So I do it differently to a lot of people. A lot of people wrap their hand round their knee and then hold the bearing block into their ankle. But I put my leg, it's really hard to describe. I put my arm down the inner part of my thigh and then hold the bearing block and lock it into my ankle because it keeps my arm dead straight so I can put more weight on it. Does that make sense? So a lot of people kind of wrap their arm round, but then you can't keep your weight on it. Well, with a straight arm, you can. That's just from personal preference, really. What I was trying the weekend.
So I think I do it a little bit different as well, but I tend to do opposite legs to most people.
Right.
You generally sort of kneel down. So if you got the bow in your right hand, you tend to kneel on your right knee and have your left foot on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to do the other way around. So I'll kneel on my left knee and have my right foot down, and then hold the bearing block with my left hand against my right knee, and bow with the right hand.
Oh right. Okay.
I just find it just a more solid hold on the bearing block.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think it's all personal preference, really.
You just got to try them all, haven't you? Whatever works for you.
Comfy position, and that's what tends to stick.
Yeah, I was talking to Jason Ingemel's when I did a Woodland Ways course, and he said they knew a guy who had one arm, and he put the bearing block and the spindle under his knee, and leant on it that way, and then did the bow with his other hand, and he could get an ember really easily. And I said, "Oh, can you do that, Jason?" He went, "Not yet." So we've been trying. But if you get injured, you know, and you can't
That's
start
good to know.
fighting, that's kind of a good. Yeah, at least you know it's someone can do it, so it's probably worth a go.
I have seen a one-handed guy do it by putting a large log and using that as a bearing block. I've seen that done where you sort of like lean it on top.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of deadfall or whatever, and just use its own weight as your downward pressure.
No, that's a good idea, because if you was absolutely knackered and you didn't have a lot of energy, that's a really good idea. I like that. Yeah.
And then you get the stupid one, things like that Eskimo strap board, like board drill, where you put the spindle, the bearing block in your mouth.
Yeah, cringe or what?
Why?
In fact, doesn't oh god, what the Hordens, Beaver Bushcraft, don't they do a mouth bearing block?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know they do the one where you can put thumb loops on.
Oh yeah, the little metal one, because it's a flint striker as well, into that.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I'd seen one that it was a mouth one. I'm gonna have to have a look for that now.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and just instantly cringed and thought, you slip with that, and
Especially with a sharpened stick as well. You wouldn't need a first aid kit.
No, you wouldn't. You would be shafted.
quite literally.
Yeah. No, that's not a good idea. Yeah. I did actually look on Beaver Bushcraft earlier, but they've sold out of Amadou. So anyone know how to prepare Amadou? There you go. There's my question.
I can send you a PDF. It's a pain in the arse.
If you have, there's
Why
one on.
Why is it a pain in the arse?
Because it just takes fucking ages. You just got to boil the shit out of it for like 3 days.
Bruce, if you have a look on Beaver Bushcraft, they've got a blog post on about it as well, about how you prepare it.
Oh right. Yeah. Because I've got a bloody great horseshoe fungus. I just want to have a crack at it.
Yeah, they say it's one thing that you do once.
You do it once and then never do
Never
it.
again.
Yeah. Well, no, because oh, what was I going to say? Yeah, I saw a video and he was boiling it with ash out of the fire. So
Yeah.
there's obviously lye in the fire, which helps break down the fibres. But my missus, because she does soap making, she's got some lye, so I'll nick some of that instead. So it might come out cleaner and fluffier without all the ash. Don't know. Who knows? But you got to boil it for a good couple of hours and then fluff it up a bit.
Yeah, you've got to pound it a bit as well, haven't you? And,
The younger ones you get, the better it is as well.
The younger.
The younger specimens, yeah.
No, okay.
From what I've read, it's the younger ones that do the better Amadou, but I've not done it, so.
Yeah. Oh, I'll forgive it a go. But decided to take because with this exam thing, I've got to take everything I need. So I took my nephew out to the woods on Sunday morning, and I was teaching him how to peel birch bark. Like, you know, you get the real thin, wispy bits, not like taking off the deadfall. Just the bits that want to come off. I collected a massive great bag just full of all the wispy bits. Cause he's like, oh no, I've got to do this tree, And like, you walk about 10 yards and he's there peeling it off and chucking it in the bag. It's like, yes, slave labour, this is awesome. Yeah. But he was really getting into it. But because he's only a little kid as well, he's got the little fingers and he can just do it really well. So great stuff.
Other things you go when you find a great big rotten birch tree.
Yeah.
All you have to do is put your foot through it and take the whole part off.
Yeah, but that stuff, it's so hard to get that to light from a ferro rod.
Yeah.
You can do the dust.
yeah, you scrape it first, can't you?
Scrape it up and get the dust, but if you want it to kind of light, you want the real thin, wispy stuff that just the tree wants to give up, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than
Really thin paper birch.
Yeah, that.
Bear with me a second. That's the kind of thing I've seen before. So the bit at the back there you bite down on, and then obviously that's the bearing. I was thinking that slips sideways, that's going straight through your cheek and connecting it to your ear, isn't it?
It looks like something out of bloody 50 Shades of Grey.
It's just daft.
Yeah, not a good
What?
idea at all.
Why? 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 I suppose you can kind of see what you're doing and you're keeping the wind away, leaning on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, until you slip and it goes through your neck.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Unless
then
it's that Eskimo strap, unless it's to stop your half-boards and you sliding all over the ice while you're doing it.
we put
Because
both
if you're
in.
sat down, it's there, it's on your knee, it's not moving round.
Yeah.
But it still seems a bit pointless.
Oh. Maybe one of those sort of Darwin things where they're just waiting for you to stick a strap on your neck so they can eat you.
Natural selection.
Yeah. There you go, Grandma. Go and light the fire. There you go. She's gone. But now let's use the matches and we can cook her. So I've always heard that said, like in the deep, deep winter, they always eat the elders. You know, they give themselves up, going, "Oh well, I've had a good life."
Time's up, Gran.
Yeah, time's up. What happens in the igloo stays in the igloo.
I'm going to go collect some cattail stalks when they start doing something, try a bit more hand drill with them.
Yeah.
So, well, you've seen the video that I put up on the craft chat, that massive cattail stand that I found.
Yeah.
Some of the cattails in it were 8 foot tall above the water.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got to look up at something, you think, yeah, what you been growing in?
Yeah. Yeah. So what other good natural tinders are there? Obviously birch bark, cedar bark. That's pretty good as well because it's really fluffy, isn't it?
Cramp balls.
Cramp balls, yeah. Fireweed. Is it fireweed?
Roseberry.
Rosebud.
Roseberry, willow herb, the fluffy parts of that, and the dandelion clocks as well.
Yeah.
Thistle heads.
Yeah.
These are good, but they burn really quick.
Yeah.
They're like cotton wool. Cotton wool burns too quick. You have to put Vaseline on it, don't you?
Yeah.
But I suppose if you had thistle heads and sap or something, or pine resin,
Yeah, a little bit of resin.
fatwood, that would have been good.
Mugwort's meant to be, well, I've got mugwort tabs in the thing.
Yeah.
Got them from Beaver Bushcraft. They're called Moxford tabs, but it's just mugwort.
Right. Okay.
So
Because
that burns
that'll
slowly.
keep bugs away as well, won't it?
Yeah, well, that burns slowly as well. So
No, right. You might even have some dried out stuff from last year still standing.
I'm gonna try and find some. Like once it starts growing properly again, I'm gonna harvest some green dried and then harvest some dried. Just see. That's what I did with the cattail fluff. Because I know it takes off the ferro rod spark, but there's meant to be a way you can get it to work off just a flint and steel, and could actually get it working. Just did not want to.
Yeah.
Didn't want to take.
There was something else the guy said on that course, how he holds his bit of flint. He holds it in his hand. There's a lot of people that hold it like that. Yeah, I'm trying to find something that looks kind of like a bit of flint. Just oh, there you go. Look, an MTFU pack. There's a flint. Look at that.
Bit of flint.
Yeah, a lot of people tell you to pinch your char cloth on top like that, and then strike it, and then the sparks go like that. But he holds it in the palm of his hand like that, and then rests the char cloth in there, and the sparks kind of roll down into your hand, and they'll, you know what I mean? Yeah. So he said he just picked it up and went bang, first hit, and it lit.
I think it's all well. That's another one personal preference, really, because I got the Beaver Bushcraft one, the 1790s tinderbox.
Yeah.
First hit with that, first time, and you just think I've been taking this forever, using the little tiny, the one that's a ferro rod striker as well.
Yeah. That's
just some things you just get them and you think, why didn't I get it before now?
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And the other big one that I hadn't really thought of as well is stick your char cloth or whatever tinder you're using, stick it in your pocket, because everything you can do to get the temperature up of your tinder, if you take it straight out your bag and it's cold, you know, if you've added a few degrees to it, it's gonna spark a lot sooner, you know. And with potassium penangamate, we were doing that, and it took like 2 minutes because we were just practicing different firelighting. But I had a bit of board, and we lit a fire on it, and then blew the fire out. But the board was still hot. Put the potassium penangamate on it, because it's a thermal reaction. It went straight away because the board was hot.
Right.
You know, so that kind of shows you how much difference the temperature makes to stuff. But yeah, definitely with char cloth, if you've got cold char cloth as opposed to something that's been in your pocket, even body temperature is going to help. You know? And then it's going to, and if it's slightly warmer as well, it's going to sort of push the damp out of it as well. Because even something like a char cloth tin, if you take the lid off, it's going to start absorbing moisture straight away, isn't it? Anything dry in a damp environment is going to do that.
Or you do what Mark Kilduff did with his potassium permanganate.
That was awesome.
That was funny, that.
Yeah.
Like little grenades.
Yeah. Have you seen the you get 2 bottle caps and you glue them together so you can like have a little like a pillbox or something.
Oh, you cut the tops off the bottles and.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did that, but he put a bit of cardboard between the two, put potassium penangamate in the bottom, and then filled the top up with gelatin. And he thought, this will keep it safe. This will keep it separate. This will be brilliant. And I did like a fire lighting challenge. You had to put your hands in ice water and then try and light the fire as a VR for me 700 giveaway. And anyway, Mark did it. He put his hands in the water and then just stabbed the cardboard, let the gelatin run in, and it started to fizz, and then went pop and just blew out the top and sprayed pink stuff on the ceiling in his front room. Yeah, it really did go bang though. It's well worth watching the video. It's brilliant.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, but it's like a little indoor firework going off. It really did go bang. But I suppose because it was contained and only a little tiny hole in the cardboard, so the gel had gone in there, and then it suddenly expanded and went bang.
With a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Don't try that at home, kids.
No, try it. Just do it. Try it in the home.
Well, let's think on.
Yeah.
For everyone that's a member of the MTFU Facebook group, if you're not a member, just type in the Facebook MTFU Bushcraft. Because there's two. There's a page and a group. It's the closed group that you want to be a part of.
That's where all the cool stuff happens.
Yeah. So long as you haven't got a sense of self and a thin skin, you'll be all right.
Sensitive disposition.
Yeah. If you're sensitive in any way, just don't bother.
Yeah.
I think Trev's going to do it when he gets in. That's the Bowler Hat Bushcraft Man. We've got a competition that's going to be running. Where is it? Just find it 2 seconds. It's a MTFU Bushcraft Essentials competition. It's going to run for 1 month on Facebook. They have to put a bushcraft picture with the hashtag Bushcraft Essentials. And I am in MTFU.
What, just on normal Facebook or Instagram?
I'm presuming this is Trev after all.
Yeah.
And share it with their friends, not just the MTFU Facebook.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
And
Does that post it on MTFU and then share it on your own timeline?
yes,
Right.
well, just share it on your own timeline with that hashtag, and you should be able to search for it. I would have thought.
Yeah.
I think I don't know how that quite works.
Yeah, because
Don't like social media.
Yeah, the MTFU tag is MTFU Craft. That's what I tag everything with on Instagram. I don't really bother tagging anything else.
Yeah. And basically, what you will win if you are successful is you will win the Bushbox Outdoor Pocket Stove.
That's not bad. A good little stove, though.
And I think there's stuff on there for MTFU members, which I'm not going to announce on here. You can go have a look for it yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
Would that be a certain code?
yes, that might be a certain code.
Okay, well that's handy.
Obviously, for everyone that doesn't know, if you go on a Mac Tightwad's channel as well, he's running a raffle for a lovely Wessex blade knife.
That's awesome, that knife.
Yeah.
It's a bonny knife.
Yeah.
So go to Mac Tightwad's channel as well.
Yeah. Do you see Wessex Blades did the shout out for it as well, which is good.
Yeah.
Since he made it.
I think he's up to, from what I've seen, they're up to about 33 tickets sold. Yeah, so that's what, 150 quid?
Nice. Nice.
Well, 165, so
Yeah.
that's got to be near.
Yeah. And that's all going into Fergus's bum fund, is it?
Yes, that's going into Fergus's bum
The
fund.
bum fund.
It's got to be near.
I'm starting to regret buying 2 tickets now if you're going to call it the bum fund.
It's got to be near at least 800 quid that we've raised so far.
Yeah, it's got to be nearly, got to get $1,000.
Actually, it's got to be more than that now because I'm sure it was probably about that before.
Yeah, I think.
It's got to be nearly £1,000.
Yeah, excellent.
All to go to Help for Heroes, so it's a worthy cause.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But that's why I bought the tickets. It was for the Help for the Heroes, not for Ferg's arse.
Yeah, well,
He can keep that to himself.
yeah. Well, no, he's getting the tattoo for free.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to see it.
Oh, come on, I do. I want to see MTFU on his bottom. That's awesome.
No, it's for the amount of money that we've raised. It's an absolute. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
There's a lot of generous people out there, which just goes to show you with like the knife that Mac's raffling off.
Mhm.
You know, it's only one of 2 knives, and someone's said to him, raffle it off.
Yeah. Yeah, because the guy bought it and just sent it straight to Mac, I think.
Yeah, I don't think any of us would be that generous.
No.
No, there is a lot of really good people, which obviously showed. Fergus just said there, without the knife fund, it's 800 plus.
That's amazing.
So
Brilliant.
not far to go now, and we'll have broke 1,000.
Yeah. No, 1,000 quid. That's really good. Yeah, considering I think Fergus wanted 400, wasn't it?
Yeah, 400 or 500 something.
Yeah. So no, that's pretty bloody good. Pretty awesome. But
So, I mean, even if you just get 1 ticket, Christ, if you win it, it's like 180 quid knife for the fiver.
yeah,
Well, I don't know how much they are now because it's
probably more than that because it's all full Kydex and the
Yeah,
ferro rod as well.
and the fact that it's like a new model, so there's not many of them. So
Yeah.
It could be one of those things where the longer it goes on, it might actually increase in value, as long as you don't do all stupid with it, you know.
Yeah. Those sort of professionally made knives you sort of hand down to your kids, didn't you? Not too soon. Yeah. Wait till the kids are old enough.
just stab. You're not getting them.
Kids don't play with knives.
Yeah. You hand down to your young adults.
You hand out to no one, you get buried with them.
Yeah.
You're not getting them, they're mine.
It's mine.
Tell you what I got the other day. I got one of the, don't know if you've seen them, the Mora chisels.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Halterfors do one. Is it? Yeah, Halterfors.
Yeah.
They do one, and it's really good for digging arrows out of trees. Because save snapping the tip of your knife off trying to dig the bastards out. Yeah.
No, I mean, the bloody council put a board on the bottom of my shed door.
Right.
My shed's locked, so they can't obviously open it to make sure that it opens. But it's this great big square bit of wood that covers the hinges.
Right.
So you just think, how the hell? My door opens about a foot now. I can just about get my bike out, biting stuff out of the shed, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. So that came. I was like, I'm going to try that. Managed to chisel one side of it down, and now my shed door opens all the way, and it's still bloody razor sharp.
Where'd you get that from?
It came in a subscription box.
Oh, right, okay.
You know which one I mean.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, I do like more stuff.
Because I got a blue, you know, the blue angelical stuff. Blue that does all the canvas stuff.
Yeah.
I got it. There was a utility, like a utensil roll came in with it as well.
Yeah.
Because I had a look at them utensil rolls are about 50 quid to buy.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But I've got the utensil roll and I've got the tool roll as well, which is another 50 quid.
Oh, not bad. Very good.
And what's that from? A subscription?
Yes.
That's RJ, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
RJ Bushcraft. Yeah, because there's the Fox box is still going on as well, isn't it? Because I know
Yes.
he's just had his baby, so I think he's lagged behind a bit, which is
Understandable, really.
you what?
It's understandable.
Yeah, it's kind of understandable. Yeah, that's what I was getting to. But, and he's just moved house as well, so that's good. But once he gets that new house set up, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff Ron puts out is amazing anyway.
Yeah, but it was just typical because he moved house, had a baby, and got a shout out from Z Outdoors. So he's probably got a massive ton of orders.
So I've just wet formed. Just had to wet form that.
That's not bad.
That's the one that he sent
Mhm.
for the trade that I did with him.
Yeah. So what cordage is that? Is that like sinew cotton or?
It's that artificial sinew, I think.
Yeah, looks good. I like that.
I got it stuck the other day. I pushed it too far in and I couldn't get it out. There wasn't enough of the handle left to get out to get a hold of it. I think, oh crap, how do I get that out? So I bunged it in the sink because I thought, well, I need to wet form it, so I'll bung it in the sink in some water and then I'll pull it out.
You are talking about the sheath, yeah?
We're still on knives here, aren't we?
No, it's just, I mean, just little things, really. It's like the Sammy pouch that I got off him. That's just amazing. Got me fire kit in that one.
That's cool.
With me bearing block.
Is that one of the mouth ones?
I haven't tried putting it. I don't think that will fit in me, God, to be honest. Might fit in Delta 2s.
He's got a big gob, has he?
Dave D.
Poor Dave.
Then, like, show that again. Yeah, I'll tweet it.
I love the way Ron does all the toggles and stuff. It looks really,
Yeah.
really cool. Really practical.
My favourite bit has to be that one, though.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool.
I don't know who did that, like.
No, that's on wank.
That gets used more now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
I always used to forget it.
I don't. Where I was packing for this weekend, I knew I'd be doing firelighting and stuff, and didn't really think I'd be doing any foraging. So I thought, I'll leave my dump pouch at home. Soon as we get there, they go, right, go and forage some tinder. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. The one thing I left at home. So
slow.
I was walking around gathering tinder with a Tesco's carrier bag. Felt like a right pike. Yeah.
I need to go out and try and find some more cramp balls, actually. Not got many left.
Oh, bloody. I made the mistake of, you put them in a bag so you don't get all soot in your pocket. So I put them in a plastic bag, put them in my pocket, forgot about them, got them out of my pocket, and they'd all got bloody mouldy.
Sweaty mess.
Yeah, just a sweaty mess.
Yeah, well, I made the mistake of putting them in that dump pouch without any plastic bag in.
Yeah.
Wasn't good.
No. Lives and you learns.
Yeah.
I've left them on the window ledge open. They might dry out a bit and be usable, but be ashamed to pick them and waste them. So.
Yeah. I did a few different cordials the like, past couple of weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did a ghost flower one.
Gorse flower. Ooh.
That was quite nice. But it was a bastard picking enough flowers.
Oh, from the gorse bush.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I
it's
said,
one of them where you do it and you think this was a really bad idea.
so what's that taste of? Because the gorse flowers, they just taste like lettuce.
It was, it's difficult to explain. It was a weird flavour, but
Yeah.
it was sort of like a more citrusy elderflower, if that makes sense,
Okay.
but not as perfumey.
Hmm.
It
So
was really nice.
It sounds it.
did the yellow come through as well?
Yeah, that was like bright yellow.
Wicked.
I did dandelion as well, dandelion flower,
Right.
and
Okay.
that just didn't really taste of much.
Yeah, with dandelion, you might have to put some of the root in because the root is really bitter, isn't it? To make it like a.
Yeah, well, not as much colour came out of that one.
Okay.
Again, the preparation for that one was just a pain in the arse.
Mm.
Because you had to get all the green and stuff off and the outer part of the flower, and you just think, for God's sake, this is
Yeah.
kind of, I regret doing this now.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
But there's
Well,
a few
I'm waiting for the elderflowers to be out down
that
here. I've seen a couple today.
I've
Yeah.
seen more and more now.
So they start coming out next couple of weeks, won't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wood.
Yeah.
Not
I think
really.
I made it. Yeah, I made it this weekend. No, last weekend last year because I took it to the Bushcraft show. They only take 7 days. The champagne. So
Yeah. Well, I've got one bottle of elderflower cordial left from last year, which will last us until I get back, and then
Hmm.
hopefully there's still some elderflowers.
So how do you make the cordial? Just add water and
It's basically the same as doing
the champagne.
yeah, but you just got to leave it to sit overnight in the liquid,
Right.
strain it all out, and obviously you just heat it up because
Right.
you heat it up, then put the sugar and stuff in it
Yep.
just to dissolve the sugar, and then you bottle it hot.
Right.
So I found if you bottle it hot, it keeps forever.
So if you bottle it hot, that would kill the yeast.
Yeah.
I would assume. Because the elderflower itself contains its own natural yeast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you
It
don't
just
usually have
kills,
to
just
add.
kills everything.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I mean, it's lasted a whole year.
It's not bad.
I'll have to try that.
That's only because I forgot about the bottle. That's the only reason it's lasted.
Hmm.
Because it doesn't normally last. I think I must have made about 15 litres of the stuff last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go hammer the foraging this weekend because I've got not this weekend, the following weekend. I've got a lads needs dads thing where I've got like 14 kids in the woods and I've got to do bushcrafty stuff with them. I'm going to do nettle cordage. Well, I've got to forage loads of nettles to get the stalks are drying out. And I could do with the practice anyway for this course that's coming up for the exam. But then while I'm foraging all the nettles, I might as well save the leaves and make a beer or something out of the leaves. Do a nettle beer.
Yeah, I think I've just seen something on Instagram. I think it was the Blue and Jelko. He's doing nettle wine.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a higher percentage really.
Yeah.
But I did the nettle beer, the preppers meet a few years ago, and I put lemon and dandelion in it as well, just to make it more of a bitter. But that worked really well. It just balanced really well.
I think when I get back, I'm going to get myself a couple of demi-johns and do some dandelion and burdock beer.
Yeah.
Because I've been out for a wander the day, and some of the burdock plants that I've seen, they're about 6 foot across.
Really?
6 foot across and 3 foot tall, and you think,
Mm.
yeah, there's going to be a hell of a root on that.
Yeah. As long as you've got permission to dig them up.
Yes, you have to have permission.
You have to have landowners' permission to
Yes.
dig them up. To unroot any plant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or be able to run quick.
Yeah. With a massive root. Yeah.
No, I've been meaning to try it for a while, so I think once I get back in a
Yeah.
couple of weeks' time, I'll get that started.
I've not tried doing any of the drink stuff yet. I quite like just like foraging food, and
Yeah.
I did some pickled ramson buds.
Yeah.
I tried to do lacto-fermented wild garlic leaves. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've got some
Oh,
in the
yeah.
fridge.
It didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I followed all the instructions, everything, did it all, left it in an airtight container and left it a few days and wait for all the yeast to die back off again and stuff. I tried it, wasn't good. I had a rough couple of days after that. Something had gone horribly wrong.
Mine's good now. I've popped mine this morning, had a smell of it. It still smells like wild garlic.
That's good.
Um,
The other one I found about this week was spruce shoots. You know the typical Christmas tree.
Yeah.
You get the really bright green little tips where the new growth is.
Yeah.
You pick them off. They're really, really soft.
Make a beer with it.
No, lay 'em in a jar, put sugar on. Lay 'em in a jar, put sugar in them, and then the liquid that comes out of that is supposed to be really good for like respiratory problems and chest infections and things like that. But it tastes like it's supposed to taste like ginger, like real strong, and vitamin C in it and all that sort of stuff. So really good for you if you get a cold.
Well, I tend to use elderberries for that sort of thing, like colds and stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
I suppose it's this time of year. It's a good remedy.
Yeah.
But just picking them on their own and eating them, they're really nice.
Well, I tried what I tried because if you have like say a Scots pine tree,
Yeah.
especially this time of year, they've got the bright yellow, like it's basically like a young pine cone.
Yep.
Oh, the little soft bud things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I tried one of them the other day.
Any good?
Nah, well, I wouldn't suggest it. But to be honest, there was two different types. There was like a bright red one and a green one, and I tried the bright red one. Maybe shouldn't have.
Right.
But it didn't taste. It wasn't horrible or anything. It just didn't really taste of much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've got a recipe to pickle some. I'm presuming it's the little green ones. So
Okay.
next year when they come out, I'm going to pickle some of the green ones and see how that comes out.
The other one I'll try this year is the plantain. Is it plantain or plantain? I don't know.
Plantain. Ribwork plantain.
Yeah. They get
buds.
the buds like a little corn on the cob kind of thing. Those pickled are supposed to be really good because they just taste like gherkins.
Well, they're meant, if you eat them raw, the ribwork plantain, they're meant to taste like mushroom.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm trying to think who was on Instagram. It was who was it? It was that Nibbling on Nature on Instagram.
Right.
I saw a post come up and it was about that. And it says like you can actually make like a mock mushroom soup.
All right. Sounds all right.
Yeah, because they're a antihistamine as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
And all sorts of goodies in them.
Now, plantain's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, which is strange because most of the things that ruin your lawn is dandelions, which are a pain, stinging nettles, and plantains. You know, it's just like all the weeds that annoy you. Yeah, goosegrass, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's another one. Goosegrass, if you put it in a muslin, and I think you boil it or something, strain it through, you get this real bright green liquid. Mix it with honey, and that's really good for like bronchitis and colds and things as well. And tastes really nice, and keeps for ages because you've got the honey in it.
That's another one. If you go, when it starts to die off and gets the burrs on them.
Yeah.
You can walk through it and you can actually make them burrs into coffee.
Yeah, you can dry them out, roast them, can't you, and grind them up.
Yeah. But it's decaffeinated coffee, so there's no point.
Yeah. It's not really coffee, is it?
Yeah, it's
Coffee-ish.
yeah.
It's like that blood and stuff in a bottle you used to get, the chicory essence.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the dandelion coffee you could make as well. You spend an acorn coffee you do as well. You spend 6 months of your life making this coffee to not have any caffeine. Why would you do that? But there are some trees that have got a lot of caffeine in the bark as well. I can't think what it is, like cocoa leaves or something.
There's quite a few things. I mean, I've got a lot of elderberry stuff to do this year because I've got one bottle of elderberry and raspberry cordial left.
Mhm.
So I've got to make quite a few bottles of that.
Right.
I'm going to pickle some ash keys as well, because they're not out yet. So hopefully that'll be.
Yeah, there's a ash key one where you put it in vodka or something. That's supposed to be really nice.
Yeah.
I've no idea what ash keys taste like because I haven't got any ash around here.
I was going to try.
You can do elderberries in vodka as well, can't you?
Yeah.
You put most things in vodka.
Yeah,
well, that's true. Yeah.
I was going to try and put some
Personally,
knotweed.
I prefer Toblerone in vodka.
Yeah.
I was going to try knotweed vodka.
Right.
Yeah.
See how that comes out. Because it's meant to just be like rhubarb, so.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't smell like rhubarb. I picked some the other day. I don't know if it's not ripe enough yet, but because we've got it grown all out the back of the workshop, where I work. So. But it's one of those things you can get in trouble for picking it though, can't you? Because you're not supposed to transport it and.
Yeah, it's one of them dodgy. You've got to have a license and everything for the.
Yeah, and if you are transporting it, it needs to be destroyed. Which eating it technically is destroying it.
It's got, anything that you don't use has got to be boiled, then burnt,
Yeah.
and then sent to a proper landfill.
Yeah. Or thrown into a neighbour's garden that you don't like. or chucked on the new house in the state that you didn't want to grant planning permission.
Yeah.
Again, kids, don't try this at home.
You only need a license unless you get caught.
Yeah. No, the London Olympics, it cost them extra like 10 million quid or something crazy to get rid of the knotweed, because there was all knotweed growing along the side of the canal, and they had to dig down like 6 feet and treat the soil and heat treat it on site and then put it all back again or something. Real palaver. Took them most of the time of building the Olympics, I think.
If you have a look though, the easiest way to get rid of it is actually to cut it, like for eating. Just keep cutting it and cutting it and cutting it and cutting it. It eventually gives up.
Yeah.
So all the millions that they're spending on poison, just get people to bloody eat it.
Yeah. The other one is they inject it.
Yeah.
You actually inject every single stem separately. That's the thing. That's the thing that really worries me about eating knotweed. Is there's so many people spray it with chemicals, year after year after year. Like the council comes down, because it's sort of not our yard, it's next to it. The council come down and blitz it with chemicals every year, and it comes back. Always comes back. But it kind of keeps it contained. But I don't really fancy eating that, because that's going to be.
That's going to fuck you up.
It's just, yeah.
I mean, you do find the odd isolate. I mean, there's the patch that I found. I've had a look around and I can't see anything, because normally you can tell if something's been sprayed because there's other plants around it that look like they've been dying. There's nothing like that around there, but it's next to a road. It's in a lay-by where obviously someone's just fly tipped a load of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm more thinking that it hasn't been touched with anything, because the council aren't good. It's a little B road. Literally, there's a farm up the road.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I can't see the council going there to thingy it. It's one of them things. I've seen it every year, and I've never ever seen a council van up that way.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. But it's just one of the things to be kind of mindful of if you are going to think about picking it.
Yeah.
Sort of that's just the kind of thing that put me off.
Getting rid of it.
I picked a bit down the yard and smelt it to see if it smelt sort of rhubarby or citrusy or anything, but I didn't try and eat it because.
That's another thing with it. You've got to get it when it's just about a foot tall.
Yeah. This was. It was a little shoot. Because otherwise it'll go all woody, won't
Stringy.
it? Yeah.
Well, stringy apparently.
Yeah.
No, it's. I am going to try and get some, but then I'm trying cattails the other day. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
Just actually, the new growth, like the white, the hearts of them.
Okay.
That was really. It smelled like cucumber, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like fresh cut cucumber. Because I smelled a bit. I was like, have I really just picked that up?
Actually, whitebait, the little fish from whitebait. There's some of them. There's one of them called a cucumber smelt, and it's a little fish that smells like cucumber. It's really weird. Yeah, really odd. They all look the same, but if you pick them out, there's one that smells of. It's called a cucumber smell.
Yeah,
So
no,
a fisherman told me anyway.
that might just be a fisherman's tale. That.
No.
So it must be true.
No, he does smell a cucumber because
Yeah.
he picked one out, but I don't if it's actually called that. I don't know.
No, I mean, that's the one thing I've not tried. I've tried the cattail roots,
Mm.
and I'd kind of get away with them. They're just fucking foul.
Yeah.
Burning them in the bloody fire and then having to suck the bloody starch off the just no.
No.
There's better ways.
Yeah, I was watching Ray Mears one the other day, and he was cooking some bulbs in the ash of the fire, and it's just like, well, can't you put them in a pot? Because you're just sitting there eating ash now. That's just vile.
Oh,
Is that the one where they were like little tiny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a celandine.
Celandine, yeah.
It related to buttercups or something. It was.
Yeah.
It's a really old one.
Poisonous. It's one of them poisonous ones that you shouldn't really eat, but you do.
Yeah, you can eat it once it's been cooked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things like that that you can't eat, but if you cook them long enough, you render them safe.
Yeah, well, you get a lot of people who are allergic to apples,
Mm.
and then you cook the apples and they're fine. But then you get people who go the other way, who can eat raw apples and can't. But
I was trying to think of what I've seen. It's lords and ladies.
Yeah.
How it's really like acrid, stinging, burning stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you cook, not that I'm suggesting anyone goes and tries it, because I'm not going to try it myself.
Yeah.
But if you bake the roots and stuff for long enough, it actually renders it safe.
All right.
I mean, the thing that I read it from
Even
was from like 1974, so I don't know how I trust it.
Well, olives are poisonous as well, aren't they? Unless they're soaked in salt water for years or something.
Really?
But then again, you look at rhubarb.
Yeah, if you just pick olives off the tree, they're not toxic. They're poisonous. Poisonous will make you sick. Toxic will make you dead. Yeah, but they're poisonous.
Yeah. But then you look at rhubarb. The amount of oxalic acid in rhubarb.
Yeah.
It should kill you.
Yeah. Good
That's
for cleaning
That's a quick
saucepans.
tip to kill people. Give them rhubarb leaves. Not that anyone should.
Don't try this at home, kids.
But just
That's
feed
because
them.
they're that high in. You shouldn't even give them to livestock
Really?
because it'll kill your livestock.
Same with gorse bushes. Actually, they'll cause birth defects.
Yeah.
If you feed them to cattle.
Yeah, it's because it's got that much oxalic acid in it. It's bad for you.
Mm.
But then it's like the whole thing of green potatoes. You know, all the potatoes that grow on the top of the soil and end up green. You shouldn't eat them either because they're poisonous. Which it's never happened to me, and I've ate a few of them.
Yeah, and it's when the potatoes start to root as well. When you leave them in the cupboard too long, you're not supposed to eat them either, are you?
I've got a 15 kilo sack of potatoes that's doing that.
Yeah.
Not done me any harm.
I've never heard any of these before.
Yeah.
But it's, half the stuff's just all lifestyles, really.
Yeah. I don't know, rye. Rye is quite a good one, isn't it? That mould that grows in rye.
Oh, ergot.
Ergot, that's it.
Yes, that sends you loopy.
And then you hallucinate because that's the basis of LSD.
Yeah.
And, they reckon a lot of witchcraft kind of burnings were because of that. Where a whole town there would get ergot in their grain store, everyone would trip their tits off, find some poor old woman to blame, and then
Burn the shit out of her.
I'll burn her or drown her in the river. By then they'd eaten all the dodgy grain and everything was better.
Yeah.
Until next year. But I just saw a dragon. Because you're tripping your tits off.
That's where most of the stuff comes from, really, when you think about all these legends and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I can go along with dragons because if you found a dinosaur skull, you go dragon. But I think St George was full of shit.
Yeah, I think he had a few bits of ergot.
Yeah. Nowadays, you could take a selfie. Look, me, dragon. He may have had a selfie, just had it done into a tapestry.
Yeah. There's loads of stuff that you can do, really.
Yeah, it's always interesting the sort of the stuff you can use yourself. They want lime bark for making cordage.
Yeah.
And you think, well, that's nice and easy. No,
No.
You've got to soak it in a stream for like a week or something.
Yeah.
it's more than that. It's months.
Is it?
You've got to
Yeah,
wet it in water.
Bollocks to that.
You dump it in a pond, in a muddy pond, to rot, and then you drag out this like dung-smelling filth that's all slimy and manky. Then hang it all up and dry it.
Yeah, it's the same with willow as well, really.
Yeah. But I've actually got a bit of the bark, and it's quite fibrous, but it's no good for making string.
Yeah.
You could make like rough ties with lime bark, obviously, and it's the inner bark. I had a bit of mucking about with a bit earlier. Yeah, it's quite good for ties and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It's really fibrous. Just pull one bit out, but it's no good for like twisting into string or anything. But then if you do, leave it.
It's a regular show and tell.
You can make nice cordage, and that's all. Is that focusing at all? Yeah, that's lime bark cordage like to make for the weekend. So there's quite a lot there, a couple of meters there.
Yeah.
But it's when you start getting all the scraggy ends, pardon me. Yeah, you sort of end up with little bits like that. But you can trim them off and just run a lighter over it, tidy the whole thing up.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I've tried rosebay willow herb cordage.
yeah. So that's bloody strong, that is. I'm putting quite a lot of weight on that. So, yeah. I suppose same as hemp and nettles and.
Yeah.
How do you do the rosebay one then? Do you have to...
Oh, that was just a fucking pain.
Alright.
I think I put a video up of it, actually.
You did.
Yeah. It's knocking about somewhere. But no, it's just a pain. It's one of them things you do, and you do once.
We're about to do again, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, you know what I mean, though? If you find a stand of that, you're going to find a stand of nettles just as easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was what I said to the guy. I said, what do you reckon on the willow herb? And he said, well, if they're about, you're going to have nettles about, and nettles is like 10 times stronger than that.
Yeah.
He said, you can do it if you really, really wanted to, if you had a specific use for really, really weak string. But, it was a breakaway or something.
And that was it.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, it's one of them things. It's good to know, but you wouldn't want to do it all the time.
No, fair enough. Any questions in the side chat? I haven't actually looked at the side chat. They've been babbling away on their own.
Well, Ferv's just been in there, so.
They're all upset now then.
Not even got side chat open.
I don't think there's really much in there. They're all on about E-Deal.
That's not fair, because I'm not going.
Are you going to the show, Bruce?
Bushcraft show? No.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to, but I just can't fucking afford it.
Mac's putting up a reminder about the knife tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the Bushcraft show, it's 140 quid for the weekend. So by the time I take me and my missus, petrol, spending money, you're talking probably about 600 quid. By the time I've got food and everything, I could go to Spain for that money. Or,
Yeah, it's a lot.
Or do I just go up there for the day and get a day ticket? What's a day ticket? 20 odd quid?
I think day ones you can get them on Groupon for like £8 now or something ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that takes the piss, doesn't it? Because so I'm paying £100 to camp for 3 days. You know?
Yeah.
No, that takes the mick. That's just extortion. That is. But then for me, it's like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour drive. So I can't do it in a day.
Yeah.
So I'd have to book a hotel or something. And Edale's even further away. You know, it's like a 5 hour drive for me. So it's just not worth it.
Bruce Max got a question in the side chat for you.
It's probably something really offensive, Nanny. How big is my willy, Bruce? How did I know?
Yeah, no, I think, well, it's 10 past now, so I think that's it for another week.
Yep, tune in next week and you can find out how big my willy is.
And on a better note, you find out who wins the knife.
Yeah.
No, because that's ending next week, so
The knife ends next week, yeah. I'm going to have to get some tickets for that.
knife ends next week, and I think that's all. I think that's it, isn't it? For
Yeah.
things that end.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to give the fundraising a knock on the head though once we do the knife.
Yeah.
Just to
For a
give
few
everyone
months,
a break
yeah.
because I must have done about 50 quid on this, putting money towards different bits.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, might worth thinking of a new charity as well to give someone else a bit of support when we do our next fundraiser.
Yeah, it could be worth a go.
So. Anyway, yeah,
So
okay. We'll
we shall end it there, and that's bye to everyone. Obviously, don't just remember to go onto MTFU Facebook if you're not a member. As long as you're not from Hong Kong, you'll be fine.
Yep. As long as you're not from Hong Kong, as long as you've got some sort of Facebook history where you haven't just signed up and you're a member of 4,000 groups.
Yeah, and you're selling cheap knockoff Oakleys.
Yeah. yeah. And don't forget to like and share this video as well, because it helps it come up in your feed. So.
And anyone in the side chat, if you click on Mac Tightwad's little thingy and go and have a look at his video of the knife and do what it says in the video. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Just don't forget to tune in next week.
Yep.
And I think that's everything.
Yep. No, I've been Bruce, and I'll see you all next week.
See you later, guys.
Bye.